Gradually draw all your energy upwards, starting from your feet, your legs, stomach, arms, face, in the center of forehead. It is necessary to sit straight, your head straight, and be in the center of forehead. Your head shouldn't tilt towards left side or right side. This indicates some pulse of different energies. But I have to be in my pure energy by bringing all attention, focus, concentration in the center of forehead. Take few moments to take long, deep breath and be in the center of forehead. That's my throne. I sit as a master, as self-sovereign. So that I can experience pure energy of the self. I can experience the stillness of the mind. Very calm and peaceful. And drawing me towards silence. With this stage of love and peace, as a soul, I am deeply connected with the purity, love, and the power of the soul. Feel your own true self as this beautiful image of love, purity, peace, power, happiness. This stage of seated on the throne of self-sovereignty, I feel I am being drawn, pulled by Baba's love. And with this pull, I go beyond awareness of body, beyond five elements, towards my home is all light, total silence, and there in home I take my place and sit next to Baba. Baba's Supreme Soul is my eternal Father, teacher, and Sadguru. So for me as a soul, I have only pull is from Baba, one who is purified, my guide. Sitting in my sweet home with Baba, I feel merged in Baba's love, Baba's blessings, and experience blissful stage which is beyond sorrow and happiness. Very stable, beyond the effects of scenes of drama. Remain observer and use all virtues and powers. I accumulate and then I use so that I know what percentage of powers I have. And I have to keep accumulating because I also use powers all day. So now take drishti from Baba and to accumulate all the powers, all the qualities of love, of patience and sweetness.
अपने कलम फिरके का चित्र सामने लाओ। अपने को देखो, आपका कहाँ स्थान है। जड़ में भी आप हो, तना भी आप हो, साथ में परम धाम में भी देखो। आप पूर्वज आत्माएं का स्थान बाप के साथ समीप गए। जानते हो ना, इसी नशे से कोई भी आत्मा से मिलते हो तो हर तरफ की आत्मा आपको ये हमारी है, अपने है, उस दृष्टि से देखते हैं। अगर उस पूर्वज के नशे से, स्मृति से, वृत्ति से, दृष्टि से मिलते हो, उन्हों को भी अपनेपन का अभ्यास होता है। क्योंकि आप सर्व के पूर्वज हो, सबके हो। ऐसे स्मृति से सेवा करने से हर आत्मा फिर से हमें मिल गई। फिर पूज्य भी देखो कितने बड़ी पूजा है। अच्छा,
Om Shanti. According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel, ignorant of the knowledge of desires. The speciality of the angelic form is to be totally ignorant of the knowledge of desires. There is no question of desires in the life of a deity. When your life is that of a Brahmin and therefore an angel, that is, when you attain your karmatit stage, you will never be bound by any bondage of pure actions, wasteful actions, sinful actions, or past actions. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 12. According to the closeness of the time, become an Avyakt angel. Today's topic, ignorant of the knowledge of desires. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Should I welcome you or you will welcome me? Because now we are at the same spot, same Avyakti room. It had been interesting. This morning, one of the sister called, said, 2 months look like 2 years. And I said, in India, they were saying 2 months were like 2 weeks. India, there is big crowds, a lot of activities. One finishes, other is already ready. This whole summer they have yoga bhaktis, they have conferences. So many things are happening, right? But whatever is happening, we have to become angels, right? Baba wants us at confluence age to become an awake angel. Sometimes I was seeing the contrast. When I'm here, it's so quiet, there is enough time. But in Shantivan or in Madhuvan, there are always people waiting to talk. There are so many situations. Right? But we have to, like Dadi Prakashmani, even she was so busy, but her qualities, today Baba is talking about the quality of people feeling belonging. Baba is saying that you all are ancestor souls and worship-worthy souls. Ancestor and worship-worthy. And in your awareness, in your attitude, in your drishti, if you have these thoughts, then as soon as you see someone, you meet someone, you will immediately know that they belong to us and they will also feel it. It's true because anyone you see, right, it's just beautiful, very lovely feelings. Before we used to say, look at everyone as soul. Now is not only that. Look at everyone as if they belong to us. So every day we get little effort to do. So today, the homework Baba has given us is the definition of angel is free from all desires in this Brahmin life. Now, I was wondering what kind of desires can there be? Name, your fame, your status, recognition, acceptance. I mean, there are some desires which are very subtle. And there are some desires which are gross desires. A lot of students have a big building, many physical desires also. Why I'm going slow so that we all can check same time. Do I have any desires? But then also, if there is no desire, that means there is no goal, then you can lose enthusiasm also. Like you could just feel there is nothing much to do or to receive. So how do I balance that? Like in Delhi, they had a big meeting. What will we do this year? And I was thinking too, because of the COVID, we had slowed down, right? But now again, to appear in public and give them not only Baba's message, but there are so many, like UN celebrates so many days. So how do we connect not only with contact souls, but also with public? So lot of thoughts, but also tapasya together. Depends on once in a week or once in a month. Just have half a day or full day bhakti. Because power of silence. Silence, not speaking, but silence deeply where there is power. And when there is power of silence, many things can be accomplished. Not only that, but it is with power of silence that very subtle sanskars, and those sanskars can create some obstacles. Lack of trust on each other, or lack of initiative, creativity. So how do I keep myself very much enthusiastic, creative, but then balance also with power of silence, power of purity. So it's the power which is required. Not only silence, but power of silence. So what Baba is saying, karmatit stage. Brahman life is karmatit stage. And Baba is giving a good, simple definition of karmatit. You know, sometimes mind has pull, sometimes intellect has pull, or sometimes your mind says go somewhere. So all these pulls are there. But one is do elevated actions, right? But not to have even the pull or the influence of that elevated action. It will take a few moments to understand what it means. We can understand no wasteful thoughts, right? Or any pull from past actions, past karmas. Because sometimes we do certain things, even out of mercy, and then later on we think it was not necessary or it was too much. Even it's a good action, right? It's a good action, but it's the bondage. So when there is karma teeth, then you cannot have any bondage from the past actions or present sanskars. I think we come to know in a very subtle way. Oh, this is happening because of some karmic account. Your intellect doesn't agree, still you want to do and you do it. Because all the soul amongst us, we have karmic account, right? When I was in Delhi, not long, just 1.5 days. So when generally we arrive, lot of our children come and they share drishti and we share some of experience. And that happened. So there is a person, brother, every time I go, he will say, Dadi Gulzar, Dadi Janki, they both came to my home. You have to come, you have to come. So sister said, no, they come tired, they need to rest. So later on I realized that this is going on for him to invite. Somewhere it has to end, so let's go. So I thought that the sisters there, they don't go out much. So I said, okay, we all will go. Brothers will go, sisters will go. So we got into 2 vans and a car. It was like a farmhouse. I didn't know much about that brother, but he had been in Gyan and he says, I have surrendered for 15 years. So when we went, there was Bhog in Baba's room. He had little Baba's room. So we offered Bhog. But there were certain things I was noticing, deep within, lot of sanskars of bhakti. So whether giving drishti or just have this bhavana. When they have bhavana of deities, they feel their all obstacles can be removed. And they feel everything is going to be okay. So I think what we need to check, am I doing anything which is less or excessive? Oh, I could have done little more, or I am doing little extra. All that is because of the past karmas. And there will be happiness, there will be contentment. All that will be there. But somewhere deeply within, still you will feel, I needed to do it differently. Because if I have to reach karmatit stage, I am not doing action because of any other action. It's very interesting. Sometimes we could know, sometimes we might not know. I definitely many times come to know, am I doing this with this soul because of some karmic account, or I am doing it out of pure love? So it's like everything we have to check to reach to karmati state. I still like that in the end, just sit in tapasya and so leaves body. No hospital, nothing. Just have very beautiful feelings like Brahma Baba, no worry, no pull of any kind. So that kind of stage we all should have. Because angel has to be free. Angel has to have a stage, not only free, but need to have a stage. And that stage is of any virtue. You can be detached observer. Many times what is needed is just be detached. And then look at everything and then do it. Right? So to be an Avyakti angel, we have to be free from all desires. Om Shanti.
According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel, ignorant of the knowledge of desires. The speciality of the angelic form is to be totally ignorant of the knowledge of desires. There is no question of desires in the life of a deity. When your life is that of a Brahmin and therefore an angel, that is, when you attain your karmatit stage, you will never be bound by any bondage of pure actions, wasteful actions, sinful actions, or past actions. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. So it's so nice to be back home. So now we will do Avyakti journey and then we'll do meditation and also Didi's drishti in the end. We'll remember Baba and we'll take drishti in the end also. Okay, so let's start Avyakti journey. Welcome to Avyakti journey. Avyakti Murlis from 1969. Inspiring us to change from Brahmin to angel.
February 5th, 1970. Avyakti Murli. Offering water means taking a pledge. In Madhuban, the Pandav army has a special responsibility. So there should now be power in that army. If there is power in Pandav Bhavan, then not even devilish thoughts will be able to enter, let alone the devilish community. You have to keep guard to that extent. Just as you look after this gate, in the same way, look after the gate of Maya. Then Pandav Bhavan will become a house of magic. No matter what kind of souls come here, they will become liberated from their devilish sanskars and wasteful thoughts. This will become such a house of magic that it will make others free from vicious thoughts. When you do such service, there will be revelation. People will come running as soon as they hear something from others. As time progresses, sorrow and anxiety will increase, and each soul will be thirsty for happiness and comfort. As soon as such thirsty souls enter Pandav Bhavan, they will experience happiness and comfort in 1 second. Only then will there be impact. Each of you will become the image that grants visions, similar to a living idol. Thirsty souls will come from far, far away to have visions of each jewel. But only when you start keeping guard in that way. The Pandav army has to be an example that inspires anyone who sees you. Anyone who comes to Madhuban should see how there are so many united and lost in the deep love of one, stable and in a constant stage. When they see such a scene, the signs of revelation will be visible. The promises of all of you will bring about revelation. Second morning, March 26, 1970. The qualities and duties of a maharati. Do you want to speak today, or do you wish to go beyond speaking? Do you like the stage of being beyond speaking, or do you enjoy speaking? Someone said, both. Which do you enjoy more? Is it possible to be in the stage of being beyond speaking, even while speaking? Can both be together? Or is it that you can only go beyond speaking when you are not speaking? If it is possible, when will it happen? How much time do you need to stabilize yourself in this stage? Is it possible now? Or do you need a few months or a few years? Can you start to practice it now? Or is it that while involved in your activity, you are unable to practice it? If it is possible, can you do it from this moment? Those who are called maharatis should have both their practice and their practical application hand in hand. This is the difference between maharatis and horse riders. The sign of maharati is that as soon as they practice something, it becomes practical. Horse riders will practice something, and it will take a practical form later, whereas the infantry will simply keep on thinking about their plans. There is this difference. Children should not even say the words, I am paying attention, or I will practice it. You have now gone beyond that stage. Now, whatever are your thoughts should be your actions. There should be no difference between thoughts and actions. Those are childish things. First to have a thought, then to create plans, and then to carry them out. These are not the days for that. How far has the study progressed? It is now in the final stage. Pay attention to what the virtues and the task of maharatis are. Today, Baba has come to tell you just this, and to give you a vision of the form of the final stage. What serviceable children can do and not do, what they can speak and not speak. Only by imbibing this now will you become an image of it in the final form. You saw the proof of this in the corporeal form. Were Baba's practice and practical application of it the same, or was there a difference? Whatever his thoughts were, so too were the actions. The children's duty is only to follow, to place your footsteps in the Father's footsteps. A footstep means to place your step in his step. A person will follow someone who is similar to himself. When will that stage come? Maharatis would never use the word sometimes. Will you do it sometimes, or will you do it now? The word sometimes does not seem right coming from you. The word sometimes proves that there is weakness. One is definitely to do something, and the other is to say, yes, I shall do it. I should think about it. There is courage, but there isn't the faith. The words of those who are faithful are not like that. The meaning of faithful is to have faith in the intellect. To have faith in the intellect, in thoughts, words, and deeds, everything. It is not just to have faith in the intellect, in knowledge, and Baba's introduction, but to have faith in the intellect, even in one's thoughts. There will be faith in their words. None of their words would ever lack courage. Such a soul is called a maharati. To be a maharati means to be great. What plans have you made among yourselves? Have you made such a plan that through it, the plan of the new world will take the practical form? For the plan of the new world to take the practical form means that nothing of the old world should happen again in a practical form. Everyone says this, some in their minds and others with words. Many plans have been made. Now we shall see what happens in a practical form. However, to finish even this thought for all time is the task of a maharati. Everyone's vision at present is on the special jewels of Madhuban. So you have to show them such a vision that their vision only sees your transformed vision. You should not now have that old vision or that old attitude. Only then will the final drums beat. This is not a common gathering. This is a gathering that will perform wonders. You have to become such an embodiment that when you leave this gathering, everyone will just experience Bap Dada's words in a practical way. Bap Dada's sanskars, not your own, should be visible in everyone's sanskars. After removing all the sanskars, what sanskars do you have to fill yourself with? Those of Bap Dada. So everyone should have a vision that you have emerged from here, having become similar to Bap Dada. You have to make everyone experience this. None of the past sanskars or thoughts should come in front of you. First of all, compare. Are these Bap Dada's sanskars? If they are not Bap Dada's sanskars, do not even touch those sanskars. You should not touch them with your intellect, even in thoughts. Just as you would not touch anything that is criminal, in the same way, if those sanskars are not the same as Bap Dada's, do not even touch them. When you keep a discipline not to do something, then, no matter what situation comes in front of you, you would not break that discipline. Instead, you would face the situation because of the aim of what you have to do. In the same way, you must not touch at all the sanskars that are not the same as Bap Dada's. You must think like this. You have climbed the ladder of going beyond the body and bodily relations. But now your sanskars should not emerge even in your intellect. As your sanskars, so will be your form. If someone's sanskars are of easiness and sweetness, they have those sanskars in their practical form. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will do meditation and we'll remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi. And tomorrow is Thursday. So yes, Thursday is always special. Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. And then evening Sakar Murli from 5 to 6 p.m. Meditation will start at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series. Meditation book offering in between 7 to 7:30 p.m. English series and Avyakti journey. So that's scheduled for tomorrow. So now let's do our homework meditation and then we'll take Drishti from Didi and remember Baba. Om Shanti.
According to the closeness of time, become an Avyakti angel. Ignorant of the knowledge of desires. The speciality of the angelic form is to be totally ignorant of the knowledge of desires. There is no question of desires in the life of a deity. when your life is that of a Brahmin and therefore an angel, that is, when you attain your karmatit stage, you will never be bound by any bondage of pure actions, wasteful actions, sinful actions, or past actions.
समय की समीपता प्रमाण अव्यक्त फरिश्ता बनो। इच्छा मात्रम अविद्या, फरिश्ता जीवन की विशेषता है। इच्छा मात्रम अविद्या। देवताई जीवन में तो इच्छा की बात ही नहीं। जब ब्राह्मण जीवन सो फरिश्ता जीवन बन जाती, अर्थात कर्मातीत स्थिति को प्राप्त हो जाते, तब किसी भी शुद्ध कर्म, व्यर्थ कर्म, विकर्म या पिछला कर्म किसी भी कर्म के बंधन में नहीं बंध सकते। ओम शांति।
बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। बस तुझ में ही खो जाऊं, यूं गले से लगा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना।
मेरी भरनी अपनी झोली, जीवन मीठा करती तेरी दृष्टि और टोली, सबसे अनुपम अनुभव तुझे अपना बना लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना, बस तुझ में ही खो जाऊं, यूं गले से लगा लेना। बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना। आ, आ,
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.